Hey guys, welcome to Season 4 of the Fukaru Sport GT. I am so excited. We're starting this race off on the awesome Monaco GP. This is a modular track, and it is one of the coolest GP races out there. I think they call it Côte d'Azur or whatever the wording for it is. I probably butchered the pronunciation for that, but still one of the coolest tracks out there. Right now we're going to do a parade lap. The testing for this track was really weird. Everybody's times were all over the place. Then we finally got to the actual race. People took mods off their cars to get within the par time today. The par time is 1:22, but when they finally got here, it was incredible. We're talking about from first to the last qualifying time is about 0.7 seconds or so. So we are really, really close to the edge of how these cars can stick together. So we are gonna make sure that everybody is nice and tight when this race starts and get near each other. But this is gonna be amazing. Excuse me. I am really excited for this race too. We got a full field here, really good pack of people, and I'm amazed when they come together like this. It's just so much fun. So if you can see, we have on the pole today, we have RhymesWithTape. Rhymes has been around for at least 2 seasons now. Shady with him, the legendary Sneaki, and Team Chris. This is so close, it's going to be very tough to find out who is going to be able to pull this forward. But we are going right now, ready to race. This first turn here is really crazy. As you come around the first turn, it's like a hill position. So what happens is it wants to throw you into the wall, and a lot of places here are elevation changes that are very sharp that throw you up or down one way or the other. This turn right here, a lot of people are complaining about getting loose rear end wise. And that's the thing is when we qualify, it's non-contact, so it's easy to kind of judge things. Now that you have a pack here, it's going to be interesting to see how people jockey into their position points, because some people are faster and some people are slower. It may be just a little bit consistent with the way that the times go, and you can see a lot of times with these races we see cars that we don't normally see in racing packs because of the way this par time works. Like the GTR. Oh, yeah, somebody spun around there. That was the first one. I don't know who that was. It was definitely one of the GTRs. They were having a little bit of trouble earlier. Death is banging in with Team Chris. Those are 2 people. Let's see, we go back to Death here. Oh, Sneaky hit the wall there. Slowed him down hard. Team Chris is still back there. Death moving up through the pack. See, that's the thing is, it's a real first lap. Is if you're gonna be like broken for speed, do it on the first lap. Get yourself a better position, because once you get into the main race, it's gonna be about consistency. But that thing is, characters can't curb boost. They can't use any glitches or cheats or anything like that, and they must stay within a certain par time. Because that's the thing is if you have that kind of setup, it makes it the most competitive you could have for a race. And a lot of people have supported this system because of how well it worked out, and I'm really happy for it, because when we first, Sneaky and myself did the first real tests for this, and it was a system that I kind of came up with. He came up with a 2-class system, which was awesome, and we just needed something to dial it in, and this is kind of what we came up with, and it just has worked amazing ever since. We've been through 4 seasons of Fukaru, I think 3 seasons of AWC, and then a bunch of other seasons of other races that were, pendulous. This is a single shot race that we let for new people that come in. And that's the thing is, the guys that you see here are really just honed drivers. Oh, Death driving really tight with Team Chris here, I believe. No, yeah, Team Chris. And that's the thing is everybody that's coming here has to qualify to be able to face off. Sneaky up there moving up the pack. And as you can see, everything is really tight for placings. Everybody is right near each other. But Death is coming up through the pack here. Is that really Team Chris moves into first position? Rhymes got really loose into the wall. Nope, he made it okay. Sneaky got into the pack there, couldn't get his momentum going. A little bit of a glitch in there, and around she goes. We got a big crash going there. There's Death. So Death's run, and then yeah, there was some sort of glitch in the matrix there that caused some problems. So let's look at the position here. We have, okay, so SAS Montana now is in the 3rd position. We're going to move up to him. So it's kind of everybody is right where they were before. And at the end of this, we'll check out where the, I flashed through it real quick just to see, make sure everything was okay. These things do happen. There's Rhymes up there. Oh, he's falling back a little bit. But when they come across this line up here, we're going to see where the lap times fall. I saw a 123 there. See, that's the thing is when they're doing their qualifying. Remember, the qualifying was a 122. When they can qualify, they can actually use the curb boosting option. They can do a little bit of that stuff to get themselves ahead of the game when it comes to qualifying, but they can't go faster than that par time once they're in it. That little car is a serious car. Look at that. That is just crazy. Did not feel that as a track car, but it's so cool to see it. Like, this is straight out of Fast and Furious here. It's a fun car, right? But it looks like a certain Team Chris is getting some distance over here. And that's the thing is Rhymes had effectively the faster car by a long shot. Now that's the thing is right there in that little cut there, they can cut that. There's a slowdown point, so they can get as close to that slowdown point as they can. But if they hit it, they will pay dearly for it. And we've had a couple of people do that. DeathPercepshun moving up through the pack again. Let's look at the time. So here's Death, 123. So you got two 123s with Death and SAS. So they're the faster of the two, much faster, with Shady Boy in the back there. Chewy with a 127. Solid pack here. I'm going to move back to DeathPercepshun because he's got a really strong lap, and I really think that he can move up. So have we moved to? Yes. So Death has done a 121, so he's broken par, but the other guys have done the 122. So basically, he's getting a 3-point deduction from his time. So he needs to win this race to get into the top point system here. If not, he's going to be hurting. He's at least 2nd place to tie if 1st place gets the best lap. Even then, I think that's going to hurt him enough that he won't be able to make it into the top 3 there. He'll basically, he has to tie. To get 2nd place, he has to do that. He'd have to tie if he's saved 121. And this is something Death does a lot. He will try to go faster. He's gotten the times down, and he knows how to really make a car. And we do see people do a par time of 122, and then as the race goes along, they get a little bit faster. They dial in their time, and that's why we try to do the practices a lot so that we won't have anybody go over par. But it does happen. But that's what reason that they get a point deduction when they're racing. So here's Death hunting Rhymes, and he got loose, and Death's on the inside line with Team. Now he's on to Team Chris. So let's look at these times again. 121s, 122. So we got another 121 from Shaney. Shaney was really close to doing a 121 in the first race, so it's a given that he was probably going to do that. Some of these guys are doing 122.0. That was a good view right there. I wish I could keep views like that. So good solid run from Death here. I mean, he's what, 121.5, so of the qualifying, he's only about 0.5 off the faster on the pace here. But even now, if he gets in 1st place, we're still going to have, and that's Rhymes here still. Now Rhymes is coming back. And Rhymes had the fastest lap. He was really good in practice today. I think he could easily take the first position here if he gets a little bit more speed. And got a little loose, and that gave Rhymes the ability to. There you go, cross the line there, Rhymes. Oh! Another big crash. 121s from Death still there. But, oh, and there's Shady taking the 121.5 as the best lap. Remember, the best lap that only counts is the one that's under par. And Rhymes is still back a little bit. And who do we got? SAS has still got that 122.9. But Death has moved away. I'm thinking that it's that. I love the SE Sport a lot. I just don't feel that it has the consistency that it needs to be one of the top competitive cars. That's the thing that kills me, is that it's a good car, but sometimes it just hurts to drive it because of the way it's in that area. There we go. Let's go back to Shady a little bit to see where he is. We're seeing he's having some issues with his vehicle. Oh, that looks painful. I guess that's how you exactly earn a little bit of vehicle lightning there, I guess. He seems to have a fight here with SAS. Can we check this out for a little bit? Like, yeah, he is. There's pieces of his car all over the track. He's got good speed, but he's so far back. Love this car. This is the liveries that he uses on his vehicles are amazing. And just crazy with the purple. That's one of the things we wanted to use the Paragon R today. The Paragon R just ended up being way too fast. But it's just incredible. So here, Death has... So Team Chris is up here. It looks like there was a little bit of bumping and rubbing as he took that position. But that's okay. Getting a little loose. But Death has a lot of speed here. Let's look at his time. If he gets too much faster, he could risk being disqualified. So hoping that he's going to, he'll be able to keep his time down a little bit. So who do we have for the order here? 121.576. We got invaded there. It happens. Poor Chewy with the 127. We had to basically talk him into racing today. He did have that time when it came to qualifying, but he wanted to attend, and it was cool. Sometimes you just can't find the car, so you just find something that works and settle with it. So how much distance do we have here? We have another fight. Death's just kind of walked away with this. But he has broken par, so right now, even with his best run, he's not going to have the best point standing. So here's Team Chris. Let's see what we got here for. Let's see about Rhymes. It's funny because he had a solid run earlier. So Shady has moved up through the pack. Wow, look at this car. How is this car driving? This is crazy looking. That's advanced, like, craziness. All right, so we had a little debate here because we have some disconnect issues from before. The parties in these Xbox parties have been really rough lately, and it makes it difficult to stay connected. So if you can see me kind of like getting off the pace here, it's because I'm trying to, how do you diffuse something when you can't change screens? And then everybody else is in the middle of the race, so it's like, get it going, you know what I mean? But we've been able to dial it in enough right here, and I don't think we're going to see any more lagginess going on, which is good. Okay, so this is the oh, Shaney into the wall. So let's go over to Death. This is it right here. Man, I've been really excited for this first race. It's really been worth the drive to get it together and push for this. Really excited to see it. We'll see if Death is it. Yeah, he got that 121.5 and he's been sitting at it ever since. So that's one of those things about you get your going in the first, but that's going to hurt him because now he's got he's not going to get the best lap, and it'll end up being he'll end up being deducted 3 points for that. But that's not too bad. That's something you can definitely recoup from down the road. So it looks like Sneaky is going to, 122.4 is SAS Montana. So it looks like he'll be the one with the best lap if we ended it right now. And here comes Death coming up to the end. So DeathPercepshun takes the first place position with a 3-point deduction. And here's the other two. So let's see the order that I didn't even see how that was so quick. I didn't even see where they came through. That was quick. The whole pack comes in at the same time. And that's the beauty of this. I love the idea of these guys finishing up around the same time. So 121, let's see, 120. Oh, look at this. So Sneaky did a 121.5 at the end. And he broke par 2. So we got a couple of guys taking some 3-point deductions for this race. So, but you can tell that's the beauty of competition is it gets close and they drive it on the edge. And I think you guys should drive it on the edge too. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. I don't want you to miss any more races. See some of these other races we have in here too. It's been great talking to you guys. Looking forward to next week. And you guys have fun. This is Primo signing off from Fukaru Sport GT.